It's a fitness watch, but also a smartwatch designed specifically for kids. This is the new Fitbit Ace LTE. I'm gonna get this thing unboxed and show you how it connects to your phone. Tech it before you wreck it. What's up, geeks? I'm Kirk, and I'm also a parent. Probably just like you if you're here watching this video. That's why I'm pretty excited to check out the Fitbit Ace LTE. This is a brand new product from Fitbit, a smartwatch, a health tracking watch, but it also has an LTE chip in there so you can connect it and they can call you or text you. What I love is that you don't have to get this from your cell phone provider. You can get it directly from Fitbit, no contracts, but there is a $10 a month fee. Nonetheless, I want to check this thing out. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to unbox this, show you what comes inside the box, but then I'm going to take you step by step as I connect this to my phone for the first time so you can see what that process looks like. So let's get this thing over to the table and get this unboxed.
Here it is, the Fitbit Ace LTE in the box. And I gotta say, straight out of the gate, I dig the box. It's got this sort of recycled thing going on, the recycled cardboard. There's your little loop to hang this up in the store. And they've got this sleeve that says Fitbit Ace LTE, a very cool graphic design of the watch itself by Google in the corner. It also says paid subscription required because you do need a subscription to use this, although that goes through Google, not your cell phone provider. So this is the Ace Band 02 moving kit because that's the band that it comes with. You can swap out bands. You've got a QR code there. On the back, it's got the peace sign, games that move you. Their little slogan there. Also talked about what's included: the watch, the bumper, the LTE band, the USB-C charging cable. There you go. And some legal mumbo jumbo, just talking about Wi-Fi access, etc. And then you've got some barcodes on the side. Nothing super fancy there. That's pretty much it for the packaging. Let's rip this guy open and see what's inside the box. So we pull the tab and it takes that outer band off and the whole box just sort of opens up. There we go. There it is. This little lid pops off. So once we got the lid off, this is what we've got inside. Nice presentation. I like the colorfulness. You've got the recycled cardboard, but then the colors from the band and that little loop that sort of pop there. And then again, that peace sign little icon they're using as their little logo for the Ace watch. So this is the band. Again, this is the moving band. Different bands activate different games on the watch. And obviously there are different colors and different designs as well. But it's a very basic kind of fabric band with Velcro on it. Perfect for kids. Obviously that's what it's designed for. And again, that's the proprietary clip there on the end that clips into the watch. I'll show you that in a second. Let me get the watch itself and set it off to the side so we can take a look at what else is inside the box. I'll pop the cover off here. A bunch of goodies down here. So first and foremost, we've got, looks like a little bumper case for the watch to help protect that watch. Makes sense. You know, for kids, it's going to add some bulkiness to it. But if you've got a kid who's rough and tumble, you're going to want to put that on there. And other than that, there's a bunch of cardboard in here and a cable, and then we've got some sort of literature in a very unique shape to fit the box, which is kind of cool. And this is a QR code for the band. Looks like a sticker, actually, for the band itself. Again, the different bands, they want you to upgrade that with different bands to add different games to the watch. But kind of cool there. Kids will dig that. And then this is just basic instructions on how to download the Ace LTE app onto your phone, how to get the watch set up the first time, how to attach the band the first time. And so we will play with all of that in just a second. You can see it's got some websites for additional help on the bottom as well. Okay, the cable that comes with it, it is embedded in this cardboard. Let me see if I can free it from this cardboard sleeve. Maybe I have to rip the sides off. I think I have to rip these, these little tabs. I have to rip those off to get the cable out so I can check out this charger cable. All right, so, man, it's still stuck. There we go. All right, we got it. And it's USB-C on one end, and it is a proprietary charging little thing here for the watch itself. Looks like it's got 4 pogo plugs that attach to the watch, similar to what we've seen with other Fitbit watches. Again, there's that USB-C plug, so you simply set the watch on this little charging dock and it'll charge the watch up. It says about 30 minutes of charge should give this thing a decent amount of charge, so you won't spend too much time charging this watch, hopefully. At least that's the goal. Here is the watch itself. Let's get this paper off of it, and there's those pogo plugs I was just talking about, along with all the sensors that are going to sense kind of of what you're doing, your activity level, your heart rate, etc., etc. Taking a bit of a closer look at the watch itself, it's got that Corning Gorilla Glass 3 on the front. It's got a green and white button with a circle and triangle on the side, simplified for kids, obviously. And then on the back, again, you've got the Pogo charging plugs and your sensors for tracking activity. It all is a pretty compact package here. A little slot on the side there. I think that's probably the microphone. This thing is water resistant, so it's not going to be an issue with that slot in there, but likely the microphone. That's pretty much it. A very simple device. It's a smartwatch and a couple of buttons on there, but it's for kids, so it's designed to be simple. Even the adult smartwatches really are not all that complicated. All right, next step is getting this thing set up, and the first step is to install the Fitbit Ace app on my phone. This would be the parent phone that you're going to set this watch up on. The app is set up, and here we go. I'm going to use my Google account to log in to the Fitbit Ace app and see how difficult it is. First step is they want me to allow notifications for microphone access as well as notification access. So let's go ahead and do that. It's a pretty simple step if you've never done it before. This is on Android, and you literally go into permissions and you select notifications and you enable it for this app. Do the same thing for microphone access. Select microphone, allow only while using this app, and then I'll hit the back button, and there you go. We're good to go. We've got those app permissions set up properly. Okay, so now we're on the home page of the app itself. Add Fitbit Ace LTE. So my child will wear this watch, or I will wear this watch. Obviously, my child will wear this watch. That's what we're going to select, and now we'll see what it does. It should allow us to pair the watch itself with the app. But first, it's asking me for an account to use with this watch. Keep in mind, you will need a child account to use for this specific watch. I'm going to go ahead and create one real quick. Okay, so I've got my kid's Gmail account now set up, and I'm going to agree to all the terms of service. Do you want to allow your child's data, etc.? Do you want to allow friends to connect with them on the games inside the Fitbit Ace? So this is up to you. You don't have to allow it. You can skip by this right now. I'm just going to hit allow so we can move forward and check out what's next. Okay, get your Ace ready. This is where we pair the Ace itself, and that means I've got to turn the Ace on and get the watch powered up. It took a couple minutes to get this powered up for the first time, but here we are. Tap to begin. I will tap that. Which language do you want? We'll select English, of course, and now we're ready to go. Now the phone will recognize it. I'll hit try again, and it should pop up. There it is. See, once you got the watch powered on, it's a heck of a lot easier to do this. Adding Fitbit Ace, of course, it says this could take a minute. It's asking for the Bluetooth pairing code. I will allow access to contacts and call history. We'll hit pair, and now it's adding the Fitbit Ace to the phone app itself. We'll see how long this takes. That was fast. That was super quick. Actually, that just took about 10 seconds. Now it's continuing on the phone, it says. So it's connecting to Wi-Fi. The Wi-Fi is now connected. I love the animations. It's very celebratory. Signing Eliza in. So now it's signing my kid's account into the watch itself. And of course, this process could take a second. All right, the Gmail account is signed in. Now it's activating the Fitbit Ace. Again, it says this could take a few minutes. I feel like we've heard that before. Setting up school mode. It's setting up all the different modes. Jiggling jelly. I like that. It obviously doesn't mean anything. Tuning, movement, algorithms. I don't think any of this is actually accurate. I think it's just a fun way to, set up the phone and give some fun little messages here. But so the watch still says continue on phone, and we're waiting for that process to happen. It does say updating software now. So as I clean up my mess, it looks like the phone is updating the software to the newest firmware, I'm guessing, on the watch. Here we go. Now it says ask Eliza to wear their Ace. So that means we got to put the watch on a wrist and get this going. And let's get this. Oh, it looks like a little setup here. What does Eliza call you? Okay, well, she calls me Dad. So let's pop that in there. There we go. All right, so it took a second, but once we're set up, boom, we're in and it's good to go. The watch still says starting. Let's see what happens here as we wait and wait. It's got the time on the top, 8:13. It's got a little kind of progress bar. One of these progress bars that doesn't actually tell you how much progress is being made. Oh, there we go. Was it done? Oh, put your Ace on your wrist. Okay, so let's get the strap on, and that way I can put it on my wrist so we can test this out and see what it looks like. So this isn't made for me, but I'll put it on my wrist nonetheless so we can test it out. And it fits great though, nonetheless, regardless of being way too old to wear this. And it's loading. Oh, here it goes right into the games when I hit that button. So here's some of the games that you can play. These games are going to change based on which wrist strap you put in. And that's why they're trying to get you to buy different wrist straps so you can get access to different games and whatnot. I don't know exactly how that works. But see that little thing, that animal there? That's the little... It goes around. It's a progress bar for how much fitness progress you make. So that's kind of cool. I'm going left to right here and got a lot of access to games. Here's your settings. We go up from the bottom and those are your notifications. So it's kind of how you would expect it to work. If you've ever used a Fitbit watch before, it's very similar in terms of function to other Fitbit watches, specifically the Fitbit Versa, which this is very similar to. If you recognize it, that's probably why, because it's very similar to a Fitbit Versa in terms of hardware. So back on the phone, back on the app, let's load that back up. Let's call the watch and see what that looks like. Give it a second. There you go, call from dad, and I can answer it on the watch, talk into the watch. And what's interesting is you can only make phone calls and send messages from inside the Fitbit Ace app, despite the fact that this thing has an LTE connection. Here I'm going to send a message from within the Fitbit app. It has an LTE connection, but it doesn't receive actual text messages or actual phone calls. So it's essentially an LTE connection with just a data connection, it seems, or at least that's only the portion you can use because you have to use the Fitbit Ace app. Now, I imagine this gives them the power to control exactly who your kids are contacting and exactly who can contact your kids. So I do like that. Nobody can text message my child's watch. The only way to access my child on this is through the Ace app itself, and I get to decide who is allowed to send them messages and whatnot. Here you can see all the different fitness goals, how my kid is doing with their fitness goals throughout the day on their watch. And then, of course, you can find their location. This is very important for most parents. They want to be able to see where exactly their kids are located. And it's searching right now for Eliza's device. It says it could take a minute. I'm not going to look at this because it'll obviously show you my location, which I don't necessarily want to reveal that right now. But again, it's pretty simple, and I did test it, and it works pretty well. Here's where you can add new parents, you can add new contacts. Up to 20 total contacts are allowed that your kids can access, send messages to, call, and vice versa. Initial impressions, I'm very impressed. The hardware feels great. It feels like Fitbit hardware. It feels solid. It feels like it's going to hold up to kids who are probably going to be rough on this stuff. I like the band. They did a nice job making this band perfect for kids in both the way it looks and the way it quickly and easily straps onto their wrist. The big buttons on the side are perfect for kids as well. And the app is simple enough, but seems to have enough control. So can't wait to really get this on my kid's wrist and give it a good solid test.
So what do you guys think? Are you a parent? Are you thinking of buying the new Fitbit Ace LTE? Comment below. I read every single comment. I reply to every single comment. Go ahead, test me. Just say hi. I love it when people comment and interact about the videos that I post, so I can't wait to read your comments. And make sure you subscribe to the channel too, because I'll have a lot more cool tech reviews, unboxings, and cool products right here on Tech It Before You Wreck It. I'm Kirk.